Police were looking into Terrence Bethel as a potential suspect of a break-in where he was employed at Grabber's Bed and Bar Grill when they discovered a concerning message while searching his phone. When police searched Terrence's cell phone, they allegedly found text messages that referenced a plan to murder a man named Robert Shiver on Lindsay Shiver's command. Lindsay Shiver, in a WhatsApp message, told her alleged lover Terrence Bethel and the man she allegedly hired as a hitman, Baron Newbold, to quote-unquote kill him, in reference to her husband, Robert Shiver. The police interrogated Lindsay after finding the messages. Lindsay eventually admitted to sending the message along with a picture of her husband, Robert Shiver. Lindsay Shiver, Terrence Bethel, and Baron Newbold were all arrested after the discovery of the WhatsApp messages. They were all charged with conspiring to commit murder. Robert was informed by the police about his wife's alleged plan to have him murdered. Robert Shiver played football at Auburn University from 2006 to 2008. Robert Shiver hired a private investigator to follow his wife Lindsay around the Bahamas after suspecting that she was cheating on him. Robert found out his suspicions were right. Lindsay was indeed having an affair. Robert filed for divorce as a result. Robert and Lindsay are in the middle of a contentious divorce. They are both seeking custody of their 3 children and both seeking full use of their $2.5 million Georgia mansion. Lindsay claims that after filing for divorce, Robert cut her off financially, and he started hiding money from her. Robert Shiver alleged that Lindsay took the children for the weekend and refused to bring them back until authorities got involved. Lindsay's lawyer stated that, quote-unquote, any extramarital relationship Lindsay has had was during the parties' separation and legally condoned by her husband. Her lawyer continued to state that Lindsay felt unsafe in their marital home and had even installed locks on the interior doors of their home for protection. Her lawyer claimed that Robert had abused Lindsay in the home and the children's presence on multiple occasions, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. Terrence Bethel states that he believes that the messages were sent out of frustration. Terrence states that he would never harm Lindsay's husband and that his relationship with Lindsay has never been a secret. Terrence has insisted that the charges would be dropped, believing that the case has been overblown and misunderstood. Baron Newbold has declined to further comment after telling the Post that the case is quote-unquote not what it seems and that he's innocent of the serious charges against him. Lindsay and Terrence talked extensively during their court hearing. Lindsay even smiled several times during their conversation as they awaited for their court hearing to start. Bahamian prosecutors alleged Lindsay explicitly instructed Terrence and Farron to kill her husband Robert Shiver due to their increasingly bitter divorce. The attorney who was representing Lindsay, Terrence, and Farron ridiculed the seriousness of their quote-unquote plan. They stated that Farron and Terrence were allegedly never close to going through with the plan and that the matter has been blown out of proportion. With a dismissive smile, the lawyer continued, quote-unquote, those young boys were not capable of doing that. Lindsay Shiver's bond was $100,000. In another turn of events, Robert Shiver is the one that posted her bail after she spent 19 days inside. The terms of her bail are: 1. She must remain at her residence from 8 p.m. to 5 in the morning. 2. Lindsay must check in with authorities 3 times a week. 3. Lindsay must remain in Nassau, Bahamas as she awaits her court date in October. 4. Lindsay is prohibited from contacting her estranged husband, Robert Shiver. 5. Lindsay cannot come within 100 yards of her estranged husband, Robert Shiver. Lindsay, Terrence, and Farron are all due back in court October 5th of 2023. Lindsay was seen for the first time since her release checking into authorities due to her bail requirements. Her ankle monitor was on display for the public. Lindsay nodded when asked if she believed that the case was overblown. She says, I can't say too much right now. It's been hard, but I can't talk about it, due to the advice her lawyers gave her to stay quiet as the case progresses. She continues, and now I'm having car problems. I have to deal with that on top of everything else, but I really can't say anything more. I'm sorry. Thank you for being respectful. That is the end of today's video. Today's video is a prime example of you really never know someone. In my eyes, Robert got lucky that there was a break-in leading police to the text messages. Though the trio is saying that the case is blown out of proportion, can we really say that if those text messages had never been found, that Robert would still be alive? Now we just have to wait and see how the case plays out. Will the jury find the trio innocent due to the trio never acting on the murder plan, or will the simple alleged planning of Robert's murder be enough to convict the trio? Until next time, be safe, Earthlings.